back to my channel. And I just spilled. I'm eating protein pancakes and I just spilled it and I can't talk. This is gonna be a long video. No, just kidding. I'm gonna answer your questions from the Q&A that I posted on my Instagram, which is QKittyBug. I think it was a couple days ago. Wow, I really hope I can talk through this video. I just went through all of the questions and I wrote down the ones that I thought I would answer. We'll see how long it takes. I don't want to keep you here forever. I will be definitely doing another Q&A soon, so if I don't get to your question, I'm really sorry. And ask it again next Q&A, I guess. Also, I got a lot of questions that were the same kind of questions, so I definitely wrote those down, the ones I got multiple. And a lot of questions I also got have been like answered in previous videos, so I'm gonna run through those and like let you know what video to find your answer in. Anyway, okay, so I'll just get started. Thank you so much for your questions. It means so much to me that you guys want to hear what I have to say, so it's really special, so thank you. Like the most asked question on this post was, are you ever gonna compete again? And if so, are you gonna do bikini or figure? And that kind of rolls into more questions that were like, do you like powerlifting or bikini competing more? So I'm gonna kind of talk about that. Right now, I don't have plans to compete again in the future. I am doing a cut right now, as you guys know, and I'm just doing it for me. I wanna get really lean, and then when I'm lean, I might decide like, well, I might just do a show, because why not? Because I'm already lean. I don't know. I'm just gonna play it by ear and see how I feel, but I really honestly want to do figure if I was ever to compete again. I just love their physiques more than the bikini. The bikini people are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I just like the musculature and just the size on the figure girls. Like, that's what I would want to do if I were to compete again. But that being said, I'm not going to step on stage if I'm not big enough, or, you know, if I don't look like a figure girl. So I guess that's where I am right now. I'm going to cut down, see what I look like, see if I have any desire to do a show. If I do look like I could do well in figure, I probably will do a show, but as of right now, I'm not going to stress myself out with that. I'm just going to enjoy this cut and do it for myself. This is the first time that I'm cutting ever that I'm cutting just for me, not for like a competition. So it's really different, and it's actually so enjoyable. Like when you're cutting for a prep, it's a lot more stressful because you have this looming deadline, you know, date that you have to be ready for, and you're gonna get on stage in front of a bunch of people and be judged on how you look. So it's definitely a lot less stressful, more enjoyable. I'm having more fun with like my cardio. I'm not so strict on myself this time, and I am leaning out. So it's been really, really nice. And okay, the question about, do you like powerlifting or competing more? I had so much fun powerlifting. It was amazing. Like, I had the best experience ever. It was just the most fun day ever. So I don't know, I love competing too, but I would have to say powerlifting was more fun and enjoyable because I love lifting heavy and I love pushing my limits on my strength and just embodying that like strong female. Like, I just love that. I love that people think of me as a strong woman. Like, that is awesome. If you could give me any compliment, I would rather you say that I'm strong than I'm like anything else. So powerlifting was so much fun. I'm definitely gonna do another meet. Again, I'll probably do another meet next time I bulk, just because it kind of goes hand in hand. Like, I know people cut down for powerlifting meets to make certain weight, but I just like to lift heavy and eat, so I'm not really that serious about it. I just do it for myself, so I'll probably bulk and do another meet then. But right now I'm just cutting, enjoying the bodybuilding lifts. You know, I am still doing my powerlifting, like heavy squats, deadlifts, and bench, because I don't want to lose that strength that I work for. So I'm incorporating that into my bodybuilding routine right now. So it's been really, really fun. I'd like to call myself a power builder instead of a bodybuilder or a power lifter, because it's both. So that answered like probably half the questions that I got. Next question that was most asked was, how do you deal with sweets and staying away from temptations? Right now, to be honest, I don't have that many cravings. I used to when I was competing. I used to crave sweets, and I craved everything. But sweets were really hard for me. I have a huge sweet tooth. So looking back when I was having all those cravings, the thing that helped me the most when I was really trying to be strict on my diet was if I was having like a really intense sweet craving, I would get my BCAAs and I would fill my blender full of ice, not full, but probably, you know, like this much ice, throw some BCAAs in there with some water or some sparkling water and blend it up. And it comes out like a slushy, like a Sonic slushy, and it's so good. And I would eat it with a tiny little spoon, and it would take me forever to eat the whole thing, and it would really satiate that sweet tooth. So if you haven't tried that yet, I highly recommend you do. It's guilt-free, it takes you forever to eat it, and it keeps you occupied because you're chewing all the ice, and it's just really, really sweet and really yummy. I always use the candied watermelon BCAAs from 1UP, but they have their original cola BCAAs, and they also have my newest obsession, which is the guava nectarine BCAAs, and I love it. And oh yeah, and the raspberry lemonade and the pineapple. They have like the best BCAA flavors. I highly recommend you try them. So that's that. Otherwise, if I didn't want to just eat BCAAs in a slushie, or I was bored of it or whatever, because I'm pretty sure I ate that like twice a day for like 3 months. I count macros, so I would usually account for something sweet in my day in my macros, like I would plan around it, whether that be a square of chocolate or some strawberries or whatever. I usually put it in my macros, and then I was good. Like obviously I didn't eat candy and cookies right before my show, but throughout the prep I would allow myself some treats just to keep my sanity and to keep that sweet tooth away. Yeah, that answers that question. What's your favorite cheat meal? Like I said, I do macros, so it's like a cheat meal for me would be like me not tracking a meal, but I would answer like my favorite food is like pizza and pasta. I'm Italian, so anything like that is really good. I'm also a big sucker for nachos. Like I will get the worst nacho cravings ever. And then it's really fun to make your own healthy nachos though. If you guys haven't, it's really, really fun and delicious. Yeah. Okay. How did you get so much size? And then I had a lot of questions also about my bulk and where should people start when they haven't bulked before, if I have any tips for them, how to know how long you should bulk for. So many bulking questions. So I'm going to talk about that. I started lifting around 6 years ago, really seriously. I can't believe it's already been almost 6 years, not quite yet, probably like 5.5. I can't believe it's been that long. Wow. Anyway, yeah, so I started lifting a long time ago, and every time I bulked for at least a full year without stopping. You don't have to do that, but in my mind, and just scientifically, your body takes a long time to put on really good muscle that's gonna stay in it, like mature muscle, that really dense like size, you know? If you just bulk for a couple months, you're not gonna make crazy muscular gains. You might make a little bit and you might see a little bit more lines next time you cut down, but if you really wanna transform your body, I would recommend taking a year or 2 years off. I took a year and a half off this last time, and it's been awesome. Like I've made the most muscular gains I've ever made. Taking a year and a half off and doing powerlifting was the best thing I did for my physique in terms of growing my size. So I would recommend just taking a long bulk, and don't be afraid to like gain weight. That's the whole point of bulking. You want to gain size, and you're not going to gain muscle without gaining fat. So don't expect to just like put on size without any fat. Like you need the fat to help you grow. So don't be afraid of it. Just say like, okay, embrace it. Just be like, this is my time to grow, and accept it. When you gain weight, you're doing it right. Now you have to be careful that you're not gaining too much weight too fast. So if you're gaining more than a pound a week, that's a red flag. Like I would say you should be gaining like 2 pounds a month. That is lean bulking, like lean mass growing. 2 pounds a month for women. I really can't speak for men because they're different and I don't know too much about it, but for women, aim to gain like 2 pounds a month. I think that's a really good goal. And if you do it over the span of 12 months, that's a lot of weight and that's a lot of muscle. And then you have to be careful about how you cut down because you don't want to lose all that muscle that you put on. So my best recommendation for keeping the muscle when you cut down is to still try to lift as heavy as you did when you were bulking. I know you're gonna lose some strength, but really fight for that strength, because if your body is in a caloric deficit and you aren't lifting as heavy as you used to, your body's gonna be like, I don't need this muscle anymore. I'm lifting like half the amount of weight. I'm gonna get rid of it because I'm dying. You know what I mean? Not dying, I'm starving or whatever. If that makes sense to you, that's how I like to think about it. So really make sure you do at least a couple sets of those heavy like weights, and just force your body to keep the muscle, and don't be afraid to eat. Don't be afraid to eat. That's my biggest advice for bulking. Don't be afraid to eat. Your body needs food to grow. It needs food. Your muscle needs food. Like, why do you think that the big bodybuilders, the Olympia men, eat 10,000 calories a day, even on prep? Because they have so much muscle that they need to feed all of their muscle. So the amount of food you eat does not directly correlate to like your muscle. Wait, that didn't make sense. The amount of food you eat does not correlate to like how fast you'll lean out, if that makes sense. Like my first competition, I was eating 200 grams of carbs on peak week. On peak week, it was insane. I was super lean and I was eating a lot of food, and that's how you want to do it. So don't find a coach who's gonna like starve you and just like make you lose all your muscle. Like, oh, I don't know. I'm kind of blabbing. Next question. Biggest insecurity. That is a really good question. I want to share it with you, but I really need to think about it. Like, what is my biggest insecurity? Before I got into fitness, my biggest insecurity physically was my legs. I hated my legs and my butt. Oh my God, I hated them so much. I never wore shorts. I never was in a bikini. I hated going to the beach or the pool because I hated myself so much. Like, I was just disgusted. And I hate saying that, but it was true. Like, I was just disgusted at my body, especially my legs. Oh, I didn't even want to touch them. And that's really what started motivating me to get in shape, because I started feeling that way after high school, you know, my first year of college. And all through high school, I was an athlete. I was playing volleyball and tennis, and I was very active. I didn't have that problem. And then as soon as I got to college, I stopped working out. I started drinking and partying and eating like a, you know what. So I remember there was this little tiny Mexican food place right by my school. If you guys go to San Diego State University, you'll know Trujillo's Burritos. Trujillo's was like the place that everybody goes to when they're drunk in the middle of the night, and everybody has drunchies and they go to this place to eat, and like their burritos are so good, but they're literally like this big around and like this long. They probably weigh like 6 pounds each. And I religiously got a bean and cheese burrito from Trujillo's like 3 times a week. Just, oh, so bad. So bad. I had no idea about nutrition. I just was, oop, my phone's ringing. Hold on.
Hi.
Hi.
Look. Okay. So let me show you.
Moving on. Sorry. My mom called. Now I really need to think about it, because that's what really got me to the gym and like starting to work out, so I could like myself more. Sad as that. That sounds so sad, but it's true. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. I'm gonna think about that one and come back to it. My biggest insecurity. My biggest fear would be to not really be truly happy in my life. Like, my biggest fear is to just move through life and simply just exist and not really live and experience it. I want to be able to look back on my days and like have something to remember them by, and not just do the same stuff every day and just kind of live an okay life. Like, that's my biggest fear. I don't care if I'm broke. I don't care if I end up married or not married, or if I have a family or not, that doesn't matter to me. What matters is that I stay true to myself and that I remain truly, genuinely happy, and that's my biggest fear. My biggest insecurity. Okay, I'll just come back. I'm like really interested now. What is my biggest insecurity? Okay, I'll come back to it. Rest days. How many rest days a week do you have, and do you take supplements on rest days? I usually take just one rest day a week, sometimes two if I have like a really busy day, or if I don't eat a lot one day, I'm probably not gonna work out the next day because I need like all the food, especially if I'm doing legs or something, or I'll just do like shoulders or arms. But I usually just take one to two rest days a week, depending on my schedule. And yes, I do take supplements on rest days. I use my protein to fill my protein needs and my macros if I need them. I try to eat all of my protein in the foods that I eat throughout the day, but if I'm low, then I'll use the protein to add to it and fill it. So that's one supplement I use every day. I also use the Make Her Lean. I'm gonna go get it so I can show you. Hi, Simba. Hi, Simba. You're not eating my pancakes. Nope. No, go away. Sit. Stay. Okay, good. All right, back to what I was saying. So what subs do I take on rest days? I would have to say the only supplement that I for sure don't take on rest days would be my pre-workout, or like my sport amino, which is like aminos with energy. If like sometimes I'll take my BCAAs, like if I'm having a sweet craving, or if I know I'm not gonna eat for a while between meals, that I'll usually drink BCAAs. But every morning on rest days also I take the One Up Nutrition Make Her Lean, which is a daily fat burner and appetite suppressant, so it's really great for keeping you, I mean, like I like to describe it, it says on here, promotes energy, mood, and focus. And I was like, promotes mood, what do they mean? Well, there's things in here that are for your mood, but I think it's funny because I'm like, they probably mean because when I get really hungry, I get like hangry, like angry and hungry, and I'm like, argh. So it's like, promotes your mood, so you're not hungry, so you're happier. I don't know, I think they should write prevents hangriness on here. But it's a really good fat burner. If you haven't tried it yet, I recommend it. It's all natural. It has stimulants in here though, so be careful if you drink coffee. Don't take your pre-workout when you take this. Just be aware of your caffeine intake. Only thing that's weird is that it kind of smells like barbecue chips. I mean, I don't mind it. I love barbecue chips. It's just funny. So if you get it and you smell it, will you tell me if you think it smells like barbecue chips? But anyways, I take 2 of these every day, one in the morning and then one 6 hours later, if I don't take my pre-workout. Sometimes if I'm training, I'll take the morning one, then I'll do my pre-workout later instead of another one of these. But take this on rest days. I also take my Beauty Dream. This is a nighttime fat burner and sleep aid. So this is amazing. Literally, I have my whole family on this. They are just obsessed. It gives you the best sleep. Like you just sleep really, really, really good, and you feel so good in the morning. It never, like I notice when I take it, I never wake up bloated or puffy. Like sometimes I will wake up like that, but not when I take this. And then it never leaves me groggy in the morning either, which is hard to find in a sleep aid. So really love this stuff. And then I also do take my Pure Rebuild on rest days also. It's a really good, this is basically like a recovery supplement. It's creatine and glutamine. I talk about it a lot because I really believe in this supplement. It's my favorite ever. And it's a perfect recovery supplement. So yes, please take it on your rest days. That's like a great time to take it. I usually take it before or after my workout. It doesn't really matter when you take it. On here it says to take it after. It's creatine and glutamine. You can take it before or after, or 5 hours later. It doesn't matter, but just make sure it's in your system. I recommend you take it around your workout and then just once a day on your rest days. Love it. It's really helped my strength, especially with my powerlifting. Like, I feel so strong, and I feel like when I take this before I go to the gym, my workouts are just like, I don't feel like fatigued as quickly as I would without it. I swear by this stuff. So love it. That was one of my questions. What is your favorite supplement? And it's this. So, and then also I got a question, why don't they sell the Pure Rebuild anymore? And your answer is they do. They just reformulated it. This is the new formula. So they were out of it for like a month, which was the worst month ever. But they came back with this one. So it's back, and you can get it. This is the pineapple flavor. So yeah, that's your answer. Next question. Can we be friends? Yes. What is your current split like? Like I said, I'm doing kind of bodybuilding right now with a little bit of powerlifting in there. So I have a leg day, a full arms day, which is freaking awesome. I love it. I have a chest, glutes, and hamstring day, random, but that's what my coach gave me. And shoulders and abs. Let's see, legs, chest. Oh yeah, and then back, and a rest day. What are some career ideas in the fitness industry that are not personal training? So I remember this question, the girl said like she really wants to get into the fitness industry. She loves helping people, but she doesn't want to be a personal trainer or a physical therapist. So what are some good career ideas for her? So if you love helping people, obviously like you're gonna have to provide some kind of service or some kind of information to them. So that doesn't have to be personal training. Like you can get on YouTube, which is a long, slow process, but it does pay off. That's the best way to help people. I've found YouTube. You could start a blog. You could do, you could write ebooks. You could write a book. You could host seminars. You could, basically what you have to decide is, what do you like about helping people? Do you like sharing, like helping them with their workouts, or do you like helping them with like their mentality, or do you like helping them with their mobility, or do you like educating them on things? Like decide really, like kind of do some self-reflection and decide what exactly you like to help people with. You know that you like to help people, but doing what? So maybe you could spend a couple weeks doing each of your ideas and see what really fits, or maybe you could reach out to someone and say, I'm interested in this, what do you think? You know, just kind of branch out, and don't worry so much about the money at first, like, oh, I don't know if I can make a career out of this. What's most important is that you find what you truly are passionate about, and then once you pursue it, the money will come. So it's really about trying to find what that is that you're passionate about. You know it's not personal training, that's fine. There's so much stuff you could do in the fitness industry. You could work for a supplement company, you could work for an apparel company, you could work as a life coach. There's just so much stuff you could do. I hope that answered your question. It's a loaded question. I might actually do a video on that. That's a good idea. What's your favorite body part to train? I can't choose, okay? They're all my favorite. I can't choose. Every day I wake up and I'm like, yes, it's arms day. Yes, it's leg day. Yes, it's shoulder. Like I can't choose. If I had to choose though, it'd probably be shoulders. I just want huge shoulders like pumpkins. Someone asked about Betsy. If you have been following me on YouTube for a while, you'll know that I have a spin bike and her name is Betsy. And I still have her. She's in my garage, which is full of all my stuff from when I moved. So she's there. I just haven't used her. I've been doing my biking outside, but she's all good. She's just resting. Someone also asked, how did I get into meditation and mindfulness and where to start? Thank you so much for this question. I'm actually going to be starting a podcast. I think I've mentioned it a couple times. And this podcast is not going to be about fitness. It's not going to be about health. Well, not physical health. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. This podcast is not going to be your normal fitness person's podcast. This podcast is going to be all about your mental health, your spirituality, and being mindful, practicing mindfulness and meditation, and how to achieve things in your life. It's going to be a very motivational podcast. I'm so excited about it. I'm also very nervous to put it out because it's something that I am so passionate about, but I have not yet really shared it with you. So I'm a little bit like nervous to put it out there because of how it might be perceived. I know there's going to be people that I might lose. I know there's going to be people that won't understand or think I'm a wacko, but I really do think that this is something that's calling me. And I cannot wait to share it with you because I know that it's going to help a lot of people, and that is just makes me so excited and happy. So more info on that soon. I have all the equipment I need for the podcast. I just need to meet with someone about how to start. So it's coming so soon. I really want to record the first one, and I really hope that you guys are going to love it. I'm going to do like podcasts on how to meditate, because I think nobody really, if you never meditated before, it can be very frustrating and hard, and it can put you off. Like, that's how I was for a long time. How to meditate, the law of attraction, the universal laws of energy, and just so much stuff I want to share. I'm just so excited. So please stay tuned for that podcast. You can follow my Instagram page for the podcast. It's cutekbug_podcast, which I'll be posting updates, and I also post very things like this on that page. So how do you become a Live Fit and What Up athlete? I went over this in my how to be sponsored video, so please go watch that. What are your travel plans and goals for 2018? Actually, I'm about to go to Phoenix, the Europa. This is this weekend. Oh wow. Okay, so it's on the October 14th and 15th. I'll be in Phoenix for the Europa with Live Fit, so please come say hi to us. I'll be there both days, probably from like 11 to 3 or 4. And then I'll be going to New York just with my mom and my grandma for a girls trip for a week. Then I'll be going to New Mexico, and I think I'm going to do a hometown meetup in Albuquerque. So if you're interested in that, please comment below that you would like that. And then I'll be going to Thailand with Noel Arevalo in January. So excited, we booked the trip already. And then that's as far as I've gotten so far. I know I'm going to be going to Greece next summer. I really hope I'm going to be going to Australia for the Arnold's with Live Fit. Please take me, Live Fit. Please take me. So that's as far as I know right now. And then goals are just to cut down for myself right now. And then, I don't know. I guess we'll see for after that. Why did you become a vegetarian? If you didn't know this already, I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis last year. And being a vegetarian, or switching to a vegetarian diet, has been the only thing that I've tried that's given me relief, or not relief, but it's made my arthritis manageable without taking medication. So that's my goal, is to not take medication, because the medication they want me to take is like some scary chemotherapy drug, and I've just heard horrible things about it. I really don't want to take it. So that's originally why I became a vegetarian. It was a very easy transition for me. I'm not a big meat person. I do love turkey bacon and like Buffalo Wild Wings. What are your pet peeves inside and outside the gym? Inside the gym, my biggest pet peeve of life is I hate it when a guy is in the gym and he's trying to show off and he's lifting super heavy. He's like, and then like so obviously trying to get my attention or show off, and his form is just horrible, and I'm like, you're not impressing anybody, okay? Just stop, please. Oh, it's my pet peeve ever. Like, and then he'll like slam his waist down and then like look and see if I was watching. I'm like, dude, just please stop. Oh my gosh. That is my biggest pet peeve. And okay, inside and then outside the gym. I don't know. I'm not gonna answer. Okay. If you were any ice cream flavor, what would you be? I would say I would be a mint chocolate chip ice cream. It's my favorite. And I'm minty and fresh and sweet also. For the last question, I'm gonna answer. What inspired you to start the Break the Standard movement? I started that movement because, like I said, I just love being a strong female, and I was just so sick of people thinking that women can't be strong and that muscle is manly. And like I hate, oh, you know what else my pet peeve in the gym is when a guy sees me trying to take the weight off the bar, like if I'm deadlifting a lot and he comes to my rescue and helps me. I'm like, really, just please leave me alone. Just don't touch my weights, go over there. I didn't ask for your help, I can do it myself. Ugh. Like when they think, oh, she's a girl, she needs help, she's not strong enough. Oh, that drives me insane. No, don't do that. Ugh. So yeah, like I wanted to break the standard that women are supposed to be like a certain way, like that women have to be these small little dainty petite flowers that can't do anything for themselves and that only do cardio. Not like there's nothing wrong with cardio, but like I just wanted to break that mold and just to like show that women out there, like you should strive to be strong and independent and powerful, and like you can do whatever you want to do no matter what, and you don't have to look a certain way to be beautiful. You don't have to look skinny and like, you know, does that make sense? I was so sick of it. I'm like, why? And you don't have to just lift booty and abs. Like you could do upper body and you could strive to get a big muscular back because that's sexy. Sorry, I usually don't cuss on my channel. That's freaking sexy, and you shouldn't like be ashamed of that, and you should like do whatever you want. That's that. So, oh yeah, so anybody who hashtags their Instagrams with hashtag break the standard, I see those posts all the time and I like appreciate you so much. So do that if you want. I'll see it and I would love it. So that's gonna wrap up our Q&A. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was pretty long. I hope I didn't bore you too much. And I will see you next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on my channel. Thank you for watching. Another Q&A coming soon, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Boom.